Hey, what's going on, everybody? Big Rove here, and I'm coming at you with a very quick guide, a new quick guide about how I do contracts. I know Gibbed has a method on how he does contracts, and a few other people have their thoughts and opinions, but I just want to go through how I do it, my setup. I have 718 contracts done, which isn't the most for an ultimate, but it is certainly up there. But this method is going to be how to do hard contracts and how to prioritize hard contracts rather than prioritizing not getting stuck like some people do. So I'll start in this room. First of all, I always suggest keeping a Chronos seed planted if you can. That, of course, has the chance to speed up ticks, and that is where the Amulet of Nature comes in. You can bind it to a patch by using it on it, and you can rub it to see the patch, and it will tell you if the patch is diseased or fully grown, so you don't have to check to see if the Chronos has activated. Of course, I suggest consistently doing Hespori. Now, the tree patch. I suggest always planting a maple seed. Usually after you get a maple contract and you check it, sometime in the next few packs you should get another maple seed. Now, only recently have I started, because I haven't had backspace up until now, recently I started keeping maple seeds so that if I do use this and I get a maple contract, then I will get these out if I get stuck on a maple contract on easy. But if I don't get a maple seed, I'll also use U and magic seed, whichever one I get first in here. But if I get all three of them or two of them, I prefer maple tree because this is the only one that can be given to you, assigned to you on easy, so that way you don't get stuck. As far as herbs go, there's only 4 that can be assigned to, 5 that can be assigned to you, excuse me, on this level: dwarfweed, Lantidime, Snapdragon, Cadentine, and Tourstole. I suggest keeping them on you at all times as much as you can because herbs are very common to get given to you, and they're the only ones that you can't really pre-plant because there's 5 of them. Now, as far as this room goes, the flower patch, I suggest not pre-planting white lily because it's such a short grow time at 20 minutes, and sometimes if you go all the way down to easy and you get asked for a nastrium or something, then you have to come and you have to take out your white lily, and that way you don't get to use it for a contract, so you waste one lily seed, and they're kind of valuable because they're hard to get. So I suggest not pre-planting it. Planting it when you can. Whiteberry, I always just do the Whiteberry or pre-plant Whiteberry, even though poison ivy is a little bit more common. But if I pre-plant Whiteberry, then I don't have to keep those seeds, and I only have to keep poison ivy seeds on me. Potato cacti is the only thing that can be given here. So this is only Whiteberry and poison ivy. This can only be potato cacti. For medium and hard, this can only be lily. For hard, this can only be snape grass or watermelon. So if you have these two pre-planted, this pre-planted, and then Whiteberry, then you have a 50% chance of getting this right and a 100% chance of getting these right. Same thing with white lily, but like I said, because of the short grow time, I don't suggest planting it. So I keep watermelon seeds on me at all time, snape grass seeds, and then in Torfin, I keep these seeds in there. See, I keep these poison ivy seeds. I keep strawberry seeds because if I go down to medium, I may need to use those. I keep Celastrus seeds for whenever I get that contract. This is just toad flax because I didn't want to put it in my bag. I didn't quite have room for it. Redwood seeds for whenever I use my redwood and have to redo it. These are Chronos and Atas seeds. I just keep them here so I don't have to clutter up my inventory. And then mahogany and calquat that I use for just experience, and potato cacti seeds that I use for this. Here, this is pretty easy. I suggest pre-planting palm, which I just realized I didn't pre-plant mine, but I got to go do that. I just checked it about an hour ago, so pre-plant Celastrus, palm, and redwood. Palm has about 55% chance of getting asked for, but dragonfruit is good too. If you have a dragonfruit seed and you just want to YOLO it and pre-plant it and hope you get that before palm, that's up to you, but I like palm because palm can be asked for on medium as well. So as far as everything else goes, you ask for a contract. If you get a hard contract that takes longer than a bush to do, and it's something that you don't have pre-planted, so if you get asked for a tree or a Celastrus and redwood that you don't have already planted, or a fruit tree that you don't have already planted, then I skip down to medium. Now medium is where if you can do it, I would suggest doing it, except for if it's tree, a cactus, Celastrus I would wait a little bit for. I definitely wouldn't wait for a redwood unless it was close, or a fruit tree. But if you can go and find something like a jangerberry, or go get some strawberry seeds out of your bag to go plant over here, or go thieve for an herb seed if you don't have one in your looting bag, I would suggest going for medium, because if you get stuck on easy, you can get stuck with a curry tree contract. But if it's something like a yew tree and you don't have it pre-planted, I wouldn't suggest going to get the seed for the medium. I suggest going down to easy. Now when you get to easy, there is a chance you'll get screwed on the tree or the fruit tree patch, in which case you can just go and do a few birdhouse runs and you should be able to get the seed fairly quickly. Just a few more things I do keep in my inventory. I try to keep different herb seeds so that if I do have to go down to medium and I get asked for those, then a quick suicide with getting my stuff out of Torfin first, of course. A quick suicide will get those out so that I can use those up. And I like to keep palm seeds in here so that I can do runs every single day. But if you don't want to be doing runs every single day, then you can probably keep your palm seeds in your Torfin bank, which is the Vorkath bank if you don't know. So I think that's all I have. That's a little bit confusing, but you get the hang of it pretty quickly, and you'll end up getting into your own style of how you want to do things. The only skills you can really do this during are agility and thieving, and anything else is really struggle. Like if you have this much space, you could do fishing or mining, but you're going to end up dropping a lot, and that's going to be a challenge. So really, I just suggest it during thieving and agility, and that's the only really good way to camp it. You'll end up getting a lot of farming experience, and it'll be well worth it. I think the average hard contract seed pack gives you 7k herblore experience and 13k farming experience. But anyway, if you have any questions, let me know in game. You can message me in game, Big Rove, or you can just comment down below. I hope this helps some of you, and I hope you enjoy playing RuneScape.